up, my people? It is Friday, November 3rd, and we are here. We are live online. Let me tell you everywhere I am. Number one, if this is not your first time joining me, you know that I have to go and check to see if we're actually live on Instagram. Okay, we're actually live on Instagram. Can you believe it? I got it right today. Boom. So we are live on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and the place formerly known as Twitter, X. All right. I don't know why I did that. I feel like I sound like a radio announcer just a little bit, but it's okay. We'll just do whatever. So, if you do not know who I am, number one, there is a window open and you will see that curtain blowing in the wind because that's what we're doing right now. We have all the windows open in the house and I am redecorating. So I'm in a new office space in my home. I work from home, like many of you now do. I've been doing this for way longer though, but it's okay. It's okay. We won't focus on that too much. And I'm excited to talk to you guys. Oh, introducing myself. So, might be helpful. So, my name is Yanique DaCosta, and I am the president of the Graphic Artists Guild. So, what you are tuned into now is what we like to call Guild Goes Live. Right? So, welcome. Welcome to Guild Goes Live. This happens on the first Friday of every month at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not even going to try to do the calculations. I just know 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is where we kind of dive deep into creativity on our live broadcast. So what you'll do here is you'll enjoy insert. Wow. I'm telling you, every time I come on these things, I forget how to talk. You'll enjoy insider graphic arts news, buzzworthy discussions, clever hacks and solutions, exclusive event previews, and interviews from inspiring members. So this month we don't have any interviews from any members, but next month is going to be litty. Can I say that? Does anybody else understand what that even means? Maybe not. Let me rewind it. So next month is going to be really exciting because we're going to have all of our regional reps joining us right here on Guild Goes Live to share their thoughts and feelings and also tell us what they're working on for the Guild. And I know that you guys are going to love it. And so it's going to be awesome. I want to run it back and say something really quick because Ray Floyd asked me a question and I just want to answer that. Yes, I am the president of the Graphic Artists Guild, the national president. So I am the head honcho of all things. I don't know how they managed to make this thing happen, but I am here running all the things. So thank you for joining us. And again, if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. You have any comments, drop them in the chat. I am here for you and you are here for me. Do not make me talk to myself. Anyway, so the regional reps are going to be telling us about what they're working on and what they're kind of bringing to the Graphic Arts Guild community and how they're really, really adding some stuff. And I'm really, really excited because there are lots of really exciting, fun things. Again, I'm Yanique DaCosta, president of the Graphic Artists Guild. And the Graphic Artists Guild, if you don't know, we are a member-based trade association focused on promoting and protecting our members' interest in the creative community. So if you're a graphic designer, an illustrator, web developer, or even a student, we offer resources to help build a successful career. And so as a member, you'll enjoy advocacy, education, and business resources like pricing and ethical guidelines, the handbook, news, articles, webinars. Access to the webinars are free for all our members, and then events. So, really quickly, I want to talk about events. So if you are a guild member, then you already got the email. And I think I'm going to go and look to see if I can find that email real quick so I can drop the link to you. And you would know that we are toying with the idea of hosting an in-person event. Now, we haven't done this in a while, so the big C, maybe the other, not the big, maybe the other big C, 2020 put a damper in how we communicate with, or how we plan events, or how we produce events, right? So all these things kind of got moved to like this virtual space. And what we kind of want to do is figure out how, when, where we are going to bring back an in-person event. But it really all depends on you guys. So, oh my gosh, where is the email? I'm trying to find the email so I can drop the link for you guys and tell you exactly where it is. Okay. Actually, boom, I found it. Let's see if we can. Hello. It is lovely to see you, Salvatore. Oh my gosh, not my phone being on like not silent. Hello, Kathleen. Lovely to see you. Hey, Brock, what's up? Mervat, lovely to see you as well. Saying hello to all the people. All right, so let's see. All right, I found the link. Let's see. I'm going to drop it in here. Boom. I'm going to add this. Where is it? Oop. I'm going to show the. All right. So there is a link to a survey. I just put it up there. And I would like you, because you can take this survey whether you are a guild member or not a guild member. We really want to get the feedback from the community as a whole. And so you can go ahead and take that survey. And when you take the survey, we'll get like a better idea of exactly how we're going to be doing this thing, right? Like what kind of event we're going to be doing, where is it going to be hosted, what time is it going to be, how much is it going to cost? And so we're really relying on the information that you guys are going to give us. And if we don't get information from you, then we can't make decisions. Like this data will help us to make the decisions that will be really impactful for you and really make a difference when we're putting this event so that we can actually create and curate something that is actually successful. I see a question, which is, I think, interesting from Ray about showcasing members that are people of color. And I think it's an amazing question. We have a really, really active diversity, equity, and inclusion committee. And if you are a member of the Graphic Artists Guild, you are welcome to join that committee and help them in the efforts that they're creating. We have actually talked about this on here before, but if you've never joined us, then you probably don't know. We have a couple of things happening. One, we're putting together oh my gosh, I forgot that. I realize I have this setting now. When I do things, it makes like these little things that happen on my screen, which I think are hilarious. But we have scholarships that are being awarded to members that are, to members so that they can be a part of the guild that are focused on in our DEI initiative. We have varying outreach programs when it comes to partnership in terms of bringing information to different underserved communities. So I think that's really important to share. And I just want to put that out there. So if you are a member, feel free to reach out to admin@graphicartistguild.com. And I'm going to drop that in the chat, artists@graphic. And then I'm going to artistguild.org. And then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to also show that on the screen so that you guys can see it. I don't think my Instagram people are seeing it. But I mean, they can hear me. Artists@graphicartistguild.com if you are interested in joining and helping that committee. Now, while I'm still on my soapbox again, don't forget to take the survey. As members, right, you'll also benefit from members of the Graphic Artist Guild. That is, you'll also benefit from professional discounts, grievance assistance, and contract reviews. So we offer various membership options, and that's from professional, student, and like retired professional. So you can join the Graphic Artist Guild today and be a part of a supportive community where together, we kind of like build what we like to call an amazing community that provides less stress and is profitable to help you create a profitable creative journey. All right. So another thing I kind of wanted to talk about today, there is, let's see, a couple of things. Last month, we kind of delved deep into polishing our online presence. So this month, we're going to focus on pairing two key elements. That's like ethics and online promotion. So we'll discuss effective self-promotion, especially for those who are not inclined towards like blogs and vlogs or like doing live presentations like this. And while you're at it, we'll also navigate some tricky waters when it comes to like platforms, terms, and their conditions. We'll just touch on those things just a little bit. I know the survey is still up there and the survey is like super important, but I also want to go ahead and I want to put a couple of different things on the bottom here for anybody who is not familiar with what it means or how to join the Graphic Artist Guild. Let me see if I can, boom. I'm just gonna copy it in here. This is what happens when you are the host and the admin. It's hilarious. All right, so let's put this here in the chat. So that right there is the link to find out more about the Graphic Artist Guild and how you can join and all the different level of engagements that you would need. But I don't think that's coming through on the, what's this thing called? LinkedIn. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm also going to drop it on a ticker for you so you can see it. And then I'm going to show said ticker. All right, so that ticker gives you the URL for the the join, become a member, and then it gives you all the information there. But if you also have any other questions, you can also email admin@graphicartistguild.org. All right, so let's see. All right, so we touched on it last month, and I feel like it bears repeating. A well-curated, organized online portfolio speaks volumes, right? It's literally the thing that can determine whether someone wants to hire you or not. And that seems like really like duh, Yanique. But some people are like, I am a graphic artist or I'm an illustrator. I don't have an online portfolio though. How do you expect people to find you? So you can use you can use third-party platforms like Behance, Dribble, or your own personal websites. You could even use your Graphic Artist Guild portfolio page. And I know, again, I talked about this last month, but it's a well-known place for art directors to go and find graphic artists, graphic designers, illustrators, and then also for business owners to also find reputable people to work with because they're like, whoa, they're a member of the Graphic Artist Guild. They know what they're doing. They know what's going on. But this is really just a place to showcase your works, that your designs, your artwork, your drawings, your illustrations can do the talking for you. Now, visual platforms like Instagram and Pinterest are great, but you want to, before you hit the upload button, like be aware of like what you're actually agreeing to once you hit that upload. You want to familiarize yourself with each of the platform's terms and condition regarding content rights. Sometimes you might be granting more permission than you actually like. So you always want to read the fine print, and people don't really like to do that, but like you have to consider how you're going to protect your livelihood, right? Like what we do for a living is valuable, it's important. And we can't just like arbitrarily decide, oh, we're going to do the work, expect people to pay us, but then we're just going to like put it every and anywhere without being mindful of what we're actually agreeing to. So always read the fine print and consider even like watermarking your work for like an added layer of protection. And I mean, you could also join design-centric forums or platforms where, like, I don't like Reddit. You can be sharing insights, giving feedback, and occasionally showcasing projects that can foster like genuine connections. So I feel like we can talk about we could talk about this a little later because of course I'm going to, but there is also, and I have all the QR codes for y'all. There is also show off and tell, which is, oh my goodness, I didn't even update it. I didn't even update it because I am ridiculous today. But show off and tell is a monthly event that the Graphic Artists Guild hosts. And it's basically where you can kind of like come show off your work, share, schmooze, get to know other graphic artists, and put yourself in a position to really network and grow with the community. And I think sometimes people take these kinds of things for granted. So the next show off and tell is actually going to be, let's see, it's actually going to be November 8th. And of course, it's still at 7 p.m. But let me get you guys the right link because that's not even the right link. Let's see. Let's get you all the right link here. Boom. All right. So the right link should now be on the screen. And that is show off and tell. So you always want to kind of like participate in those kind of things to help foster genuine connections. But you want to also collaborate wisely, right? Engage in mutually beneficial collaborations. For example, if you're an illustrator, like you're teaming up with a UI designer for a project, you want to make sure that, you're both going to shine and you're both being fairly compensated. There's also the concept of selling or sharing design templates or resources that you've crafted. And that can be a way to promote yourself as well. There are a few platforms that offer a community for that kind of self-promotion. I'm going to let you do the deep dive there. But you can also share your expertise through webinars or workshops, whether they're paid or free sessions. And this can also position you as an expert by ensuring that your time and skills are valued because you're able to commiserate or line it up with knowledge, right? Like you're not just like randomly picking things from a tree or making things up. Let's see. There is another interesting question, which I think I'll also be addressing a little later on, but we're talking about like virtual portfolio reviews, and even like different kinds of events that the Guild have. I'm going to do like our event rundown, not too long after this, so towards the end, but you'll definitely have an opportunity to hear all about them. We have a whole host of different kinds of events. And right now, and I know we're going to be talking about it more next month, but be super, super excited because our regional reps are working on some amazing things like, mentoring events or mentoring programs. Then they're also working on association networking. So when the Graphic Artists Guild not only allows you to network with us, but also other organizations and professions, which is really, really exciting, really, really exciting for me. It's been, a long time coming. So really, really going to be excited to be able to share that with you guys next month as we bring on the regional reps to talk a little bit more about that. So you also want to, in this moment of like showcasing yourself online and like doing some self-promotion, you also want to know that like feedback from satisfied clients can sway potential new ones, right? So you want to display these prominently, but you always want to ask permission. Don't just put people's screenshots or emails out there without being like, hey, can I do this thing? Or even a monthly newsletter is like a direct line to your audience without the constraints of like third-party platforms or having to figure out like their rules and regulations. So you can share updates, insights, and even more like in a space that you govern, that you're in charge of. But above all, You want to stand firm on your principles because your craft has value, and it's essential to ensure that you're not just being seen, but also rightly compensated. In an age of digital sharing, it's crucial to promote yourself while also safeguarding your creations, right? I know we talked about this, was it last month or the month before, where varying artists are kind of finding out that their work is being used to train AI and they had no idea. So, for a deeper dive into everything that I've talked about today, like protecting your work online or like other resources, you want to go ahead and make sure you visit thegraphicartistguild.org. And I'm going to, of course, drop that in a ticker because why not drop it in a ticker? And then I'm also going to remind you all to check out our webinar archive. So in our webinar archive, we have amazing experts that talk about self-promotion, that talk about marketing, that talk about pricing, that talk about building portfolios, that talk about how to use social media, that talk about protecting your work from AI training. Like, there is a whole range of resources. It is definitely a free resource for members. So you definitely want to have that or have a gander at that. And I think that's a pretty solid rundown. So what I want to do now is, again, if you guys don't know, my name is Yanique DaCosta, and I am president of the Graphic Artists Guild. Someone asked national president earlier, so I think I need to like specify I'm the national president of the Graphic Artists Guild. So from the West Coast to the East Coast, from the North to the South, they have somehow managed to trust this crazy girl to run this thing and run this thing, right? And it is my pleasure and I am honored. We are a member-based trade association, and we focus on promoting and protecting our members' interests in the creative community. So if you're a graphic artist, designer, illustrator, web developer, or student, we offer resources to help build a successful career. So as a member, and actually, let me also get this. Let me see if we can get this up on the board as well. Boom. I'm going to put that up. And then I'm also going to hide this one so that one can be a bit more visible. But you can join the Graphic Artists Guild by using this QR code right up here. If you're on Instagram, you could use the link in our bio, because I don't think that you guys are actually seeing the QR codes because of where they're positioned on the screen. Anyway, so as a member, you'll enjoy advocacy, education, and business resources like our pricing and ethical guidelines handbook. So I'm redecorating, right? So if you've ever watched one of these lives before, typically I would have the handbook right here and I could show you guys. I don't even have it in this room right now because life is lifing. It is what it is. But I know you guys can check it out. I think I can actually, let's see if I have one of those set up here. Boom. The pricing and ethical guidelines, or the handbook pricing and ethical guidelines right there, if you want to check that out. Members actually get the most recent copy of this free every time one is published. It is included in your membership. But if you would like to just grab the handbook, you are free to do exactly that. Or you could just grab a membership and have access to the webinars and get the handbook. I don't know. That's just what I would do. Otherwise, I don't even know. Like, what's the point? Why not? Anyway, I don't really know what you guys are doing over there, but that's just my POV on things. Let's see. So I think I just kind of like gave you some highlights of like what you get as a member, but you'll also get professional discounts, grievance assistance, contract reviews. Like, we offer various membership options. So professional, student, retired professional. And if you scan that QR code, then you'll get access to like the whole page. It shows you the pricing and all of that. So I don't know, join the Graphic Artists Guild today and be a part of a supportive community, like working together for a better, less stressful, and more profitable creative journey. So I want to do the event rundown with you guys right now. I feel like when it comes to the event rundown, you guys are going to be super duper excited to kind of just hear about all the different events that the Graphic Artists Guild has going on later on today, right? Like literally in 31 minutes, because your girl is crazy, I am actually doing new member orientation. So the only people who have access to this are the new members. And new member orientation basically gives you the lay of the land, like how to maximize your membership. So if you are a new member, if you're joining today, you still have time to jump in and become a part of that conversation, to be a part of orientation, to really figure out how to maximize your oh my gosh, membership. So this edition of the Graphic Artists Guild Handbook does not address AI, but the next edition, I have it on good authority, will. In any case, I think I probably missed like way too many questions. The next edition of the Graphic Artists Guild Handbook will also have it on good authority, be a bit more accessible, because it's a really big book. Like, I think it's like this thick. Amazing. All of this information, really amazing resource. But sometimes I travel a bit. Like, I think I'm on a plane at least twice a month at a minimum. And sometimes having to bring that book with me everywhere can be difficult. So, like I said, keep an eye out. Things are evolving to really fit into the world that we're currently living in. So keep an eye out. All right, so something that I kind of want to, I think I already shared. Did I already share Freelance Fandango with you guys? Do you guys even know what Freelance Fandango is? Maybe, maybe not, maybe. Okay, so I'm of course going to go ahead and put this one up on here for you. So Freelance Fandango is this like amazing virtual event that we have weekly. And of course you RSVP for it. It's like your weekly playground for artists, writers, photographers, and like all kinds of creatives. So you can join us every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with our upcoming editions, right? So again, every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is like a perfect spot to kind of work on your projects, collaborate with fellow creatives, and kind of just soak up inspiration. So think of it as like your weekly get stuff done session, like the party to dive into before a busy week. So I don't know, if you're ready to let your creativity kind of just run wild, you don't want to miss this. So you want to join us at Freelance Fandango, where fun, excitement, and organic collaboration await. All right, so if you are going to go to Freelance Fandango, feel free to just like drop a yes in the chat and let me know. Just drop a link in the chat and let me know. Let's see. I see someone asking a question and answering it. I mean, if you want to answer your own questions, feel free, but that wasn't the answer I gave. And that's just what I'm going with. Announcements for how all the things happen will happen in due time. It is November, almost the end of the year, but we have some really big announcements coming next year that might surprise some of you answering your own questions. Give us some time to make the announcements. Let the ink dry on the contracts. All right, so let's see. What other event should I tell you guys? I told you guys about Show Off and Tell already. Mind Your Creative Business. So Mind Your Creative Business. Let me see. Do I have a boom? Mind Your Creative Business is an event that happens, and we do the live stream just like this. So you can access it from any of these platforms, with the exception of Instagram. Any of the platforms you're currently like watching this on, where we'll literally talk you through exactly what it is you need to kind of have a better understanding of in relation to the handbook. So we have an amazing dynamic duo. So we have James Stowe from the West region, and then we have Ed Shems from our New England region. And so, the West and the East collide for an unforgettable meetup. So you kind of like get ready because I don't know, it's like not an ordinary event. Again, it's a live broadcast, just like this one happening right here. And if you have like burning questions about like running your creative business, what answers like to have, where you can find an answer backed in the Graphic Artist Guild handbook, you can get that response there. And it's kind of your chance to like dive in, ask questions, and get expert guidance in real time. So you don't want to miss this one. Especially if you already have a handbook, it's definitely what you want to do, where you want to attend. Let's see what other events. I'm literally just scrolling down the guild calendar right now and like checking them out. Ooh, oh, this one is okay. So this one is arguably one of my favorites, which might be really bad for me to say. Am I allowed to say that I have favorites? But I think I already did. So, I might totally be in trouble for that. But I might have favorites because Lone Artist is a whole different vibe. So why is Lone Artist a whole different vibe? So it was something that kind of came out of this need where people were just like, hey, I am constantly working by myself and like being a part of this Graphic Artist Guild community. Like I want to be able to connect with people more, like as a solopreneur, as someone who works remotely. And so this is like where we focus on really just building those relationships, but also really sharing our experiences, like really awesome, authentic conversation. And so this month they're going to be focusing on closing a deal. And basically, let me see if I can find, where is the, okay. So Leanne Bowers and Carl are going to be the hosts for that, which I think is really cool. So solo artists and creative souls, like this is where you kind of want to go. So if you are tired of toiling away in like a creative cave alone, like this is where you kind of come and break free and connect, right? So the Lone Artists, and this time they're going to be focusing on closing a deal. That can be really hard for some of us. Some of us really don't even like talking about the money, right? Like sometimes talking about the money can be challenging. Wait a minute. I don't know what happened. I can't see my chat anymore. What is happening? Did I end the live stream? No? Okay, I didn't end but I can't see my chat. I want to chat with you guys, but I cannot seem to see it anymore. Oh my gosh. Okay. Apparently technical difficulties are a real thing, and we're just going to let that go. All right. So I do not know where that is. Anywho, hopefully I can still chat with you guys. I don't understand where my chat went. Huh. All right. Let's see. What else do we have going on this month? I think that we should definitely bring to your attention, because how can we not? I think those are the most important ones. And then of course, webinars. So we have a webinar coming up this month, which I think is really, really cool. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop a QR code for that one too. Let's see if I can, boom. Let me drop my little QR code for that. And it's all about like how to get published. Like I know there are a lot of people who, especially from like an illustrator perspective, are kind of just like, well, how do I actually get a publishing deal? Like, how do I actually work with these publishers? How do I get them to want to like actually talk to me? This is going to be the webinar for you. Uh-oh. Boom. See if I can get that up there. Where is it? Okay, boom. So how to get published. If you are on Instagram and you cannot see these, there is a link in our bio that you can click to have access to that, and to check out the webinars. So there is, I think it's actually really amazing because the biggest part about it is that this webinar is, number one, it's led by someone who like has the experience, who's done it before. Like, we don't try to give you these weird cookie cutter responses from people who don't have the experience. We bring in people who have real life experience, who share their process, their ideas, their function, their wins, their losses, in order to make you better. So you also want to check that out. He has several books that have held the #1 book scan in the art category, and we're talking about Christopher Hart because that's who's going to be your presenter. He's written for Mad Magazine, NCB Television, Paramount Pictures. So you want to this is something that you really want to check out, and definitely will be very helpful whether you are a graphic designer, an illustrator, or a cartoonist. You will definitely love this. So I actually went a little over today because I was answering questions and talking at the same time. But shout out to my admin coming in and answering these questions for me because, whoa, sometimes. Again, my name is Yanique DaCosta, and I'm the president of Graphic Artists Guild, and we are a member-based trade association, and we focus on promoting and protecting our members' interest in the creative community. So if you are a graphic designer, illustrator, web developer, or a student, go ahead, scan the QR code over there. If you're on Instagram, go ahead, click the link in our bio, find out more about membership and how to become a member. And I will see you at the next event. If you join today, I'll see you at membership orientation because time to get on the ball. Change your life. Make it easier. Make it more fun. Grow with your peers and all the things in between. Have an awesome day, guys. It's Friday.